Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another Bedrock Edition tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to build a very simple, small, cheap, and easy to build cocoa bean farm in your Bedrock Edition worlds. This thing is so simple and easy to throw together. You can build this in less than 2 minutes, and it's very straightforward to use as well. All you gotta do is grab yourself some cocoa beans, walk up to this thing, hold down the plant button, and you will get over 11,000 of these per hour. We even got some fancy item collection and some bone meal refillers for your dispensers as well. Overall, this thing is super simple, super cheap, and I think you'll enjoy this in your worlds if you want to get yourself a whole bunch of cocoa beans. So how exactly does this cocoa bean farm work? It's very simple. Anytime you place in a cocoa bean right here, that will activate the observer and then activate the redstone. It will then retract that log, allowing you to place a cocoa bean right where that log is, and then it'll bone meal that cocoa bean. It'll then push it forward, allowing you to place another cocoa bean, bone meal that, and then basically recycle the process over and over and over again, giving you 3 cocoa beans every single time you place one of them. And all it costs is a little bit of a bone meal. So as you can see, it's quite the very, very simple system. There's really not much to it. It's only 4 redstone dust, and there's only really 2 mechanics that you need to know about when farming cocoa beans. First of all, if you want to bone meal them, it only ever takes 2 bone meal exactly to get a fully harvested cocoa pod. And then, if you want to harvest your cocoa pod, you can do it in any way, shape, or form, and it will always drop 3 cocoa beans. Always 3, no matter what, so you can really automate this quite very easily. Admittedly, there are not that many uses for cocoa beans in Minecraft, but they are the primary source of brown dye. So if you want to dye anything in this game brown, you're going to need yourself some cocoa beans. And if you want to dye a lot of brown things, well, this cocoa bean farm is the easiest, cheapest, and simplest thing for you to possibly build. Of course, you can also craft these into cookies, which are one of the worst food sources. Not even parrots like cookies, but I mean, you know, it's been a rough year, so you do deserve yourself some cookies. Make yourself a cocoa bean farm, bake some cookies, but maybe don't share them with your parents. If you've seen these kinds of farms before, you might think that this one is a little bit large and maybe overdone. However, it's still super small and like 4 blocks long. You can make it smaller. As you can see, this one is 3 blocks long. It also uses 1 less piece of redstone dust. However, this one produces 6,810 cacao beans per hour, which admittedly is 6,809 more per hour than you will ever need, but still, this one is significantly slower. As you can see, it's not quite ideal and it's not quite as good. This one over here, however, does produce like slightly less than double, and I think it's well worth your time. This little tutorial is part of my advent calendar for December of 2020, so every single day in December, I'm releasing a brand new tutorial on the channel for your faces to enjoy. Originally, I was thinking a cocoa farm would be way too small to make a video on. However, a lot of you guys actually requested this, and you know what? You can't have holidays without chocolate, so I decided to make this little video for you, even though it's really, really small and actually turning out to be a little bit longer than I expected. Anyway, if you want to help support the series and see more videos like this on the channel, make sure to leave a like, share it around, and watch these videos all the way through. Shorter videos that don't do as well on YouTube due to algorithmic, yeah, those kinds of issues. Also, if you want to see all the tutorials on the channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any. And let's hop into the tutorial, shall we? If you're interested, there's going to be a full materials list for this build down in the description of the video. You're going to need a 3 wide by 4 long area for this build, and it's going to be 4 blocks above the ground, and possibly 1 block below the ground if you want storage. If you want automatic refilling of your dispensers, then you're going to need 1 block off to the side, and 1 block off to the other side as well. We're going to start off by putting some double chests right here in the ground like so, 2 hoppers above that, and then some temporary blocks to either side. Place in 2 dispensers on either side facing in towards the hoppers like so, and then remove those placeholder blocks. You now want to place a sticky piston facing towards the front of the farm right here in the back with a jungle log right in front of this. It does have to be a jungle log, otherwise you won't be able to plant your things on it. Now go ahead and get yourself an observer facing downwards right here in the front with a redstone torch on the front of it, like so. Place yourself a solid block right there, 3 redstone dust in all of those locations, 2 more solid blocks, 1 repeater on 1 tick, and 1 piece of redstone dust. That is your farm. actually completely done. If you want to install yourself some automatic bone meal refilling for your dispensers, place in 2 hoppers on either side like so, grab yourself a double chest, place that right there, and then do the same thing on the other side as well. And now you can just go ahead and chuck in bone meal into here, and it will filter down into your dispensers. Now you can grab yourself some cocoa beans, place it right there, and test out your farm. As you can see, it's working very, very well. If you want to, you can also place a stair right here in this block to give yourself a little bit easier access to that double chest. If you play on a server with a lot, and I mean a lot of lag, and for some reason this doesn't quite work for you, you can try switching around the redstone. Switching around is very straightforward. Just go ahead and remove basically all of the redstone, which is like 5 pieces. Place in 3 redstone dust in these areas, a repeater right here on 4 ticks, and then another redstone dust. Remove that block and replace it with the redstone torch. Now, this will slow down the farm significantly, only providing you with about 6,000 drops per hour, and this will be much more reliable if you're playing on a laggy realm or perhaps on a mobile device. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this cocoa farm, of course, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always trying to help you guys out as best as I possibly can. If you enjoyed this video and want to help support the channel, make sure to leave a like and share this around with your friends. It has a massive, massive impact. And if you want to see all the rest of the advent calendar videos and all of the other great stuff I release on the channel, then make sure to subscribe, of course, so you don't miss any of it. Otherwise, I'll see you all down in the comment section. And in the next one, thank you again so very much for watching. And then there was silence.